Hopefully sooner than later.
So, what's up? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Skinny Moose, and we brought on fucking Alex Stretch today. So, H2O Ultraviolet Kingdom winner, Southern winner, and H2O King of the No Ring 2 winner. So, Mr. Stretch, what made you become a wrestler?
When did I become a wrestler?
What made you become a wrestler?
What made me become a wrestler? Uh, so when I was a little kid, freaking, well, I could get into all the, when I discovered wrestling and all that stuff. But what made me do it? You want me to skip right to that?
I'll take your time. I'm here to listen. I love a good story.
Okay.
I'm all shoot.
Freaking.
It's whatever. It's all shoot. So.
Oh no, because I can legit, I can jabber, like I can ramble, or I can get to the key points.
It's totally up to you.
Alright. I do like telling this little story. So, freaking, the first ever wrestling match I ever watched was by accident. I was a little kid, right?
Mhm.
I was scrolling through the channels. Freaking, it was a Sunday morning, freaking, or I perceive it was a Sunday morning or morning-esque. Freaking, probably into the at that point, actually, because I stumbled upon an episode of Sunday Heat.
Ooh.
And, oh, freaking, I saw freaking this dude they were calling The Rock fight this angry bald man. They were calling Stone Cold Steve Austin. They were beating every living shit out of each other, up and down the freaking stage, all over the freaking place. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
I.
So I told my folks about that. That's when they discovered that I had discovered pro wrestling. They knew my aunt wrestling a lot, so they freaking had mentioned it to her. And from that point on, I would kind of become like her wrestling buddy slash protege. She would actually like teach me a lot of the history and stuff that she knew about, like pro wrestling and all that stuff. Vince, Andre, the dudes are older than that, freaking Vern Gagne's, people like that.
I.
Freaking. Oh yeah. I got a bit of the old school history as a little kid growing up from like, you know.
So when you was basically tossed right into it and all that, and so yeah, I understand that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I've asked a lot of people, but what's your thoughts on the chains themselves from ICW, like the actual chains?
I freaking love them personally. I think it presents a whole new level of danger, but at the same time, like, it's a challenge because you need to see what you actually can do with them and what you can't. You know what I mean?
A
And
lot.
so far, I've been able to translate my twisted style onto the chains with what I would call a smooth transition. I already said the word transition, but it's all I got for it.
I a lot of people's like, well, I like them, and then the other half's like, well, I don't like them. You know, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't transition in them, you can't really move in them, and you can't like bounce off of them like you with the ropes. And I'm like, well, it's no hose bars, you know. I like them, but it's something else.
Yeah, throwing in them pretty hard, they hurt.
Oh yeah, they look like they fucking hurt. They look like they hurt. So here's one that I really want to know about you personally because somebody made a post and you answered it. But what's your worst injury or major one?
My worst injury that I've ever had would be probably the one, well, a couple of them almost killed me, but this is the one that really almost got me. Freaking, I was was wrestling in like a, I don't want to get the number wrong. I think it was a 6-man. And one of my opponents, they caught me with a, what's called a Joker driver off the apron. And we went down through a ladder. And that ladder shattered like paper.
Oh, shit.
Freaking, I came down to the ground. And next thing I knew, my eggs were scrambled.
Oh.
Freaking. So, I knew the match was almost over. So, I just kind of shoved my head underneath the freaking, thing. Because I was dead at that point anyway. Freaking. So I just shoved my head under the ring. And I waited to hear the bell. The moment I heard that bell, I freaking popped out. I looked up. And dude, I tell you, freaking people's faces were melting together and shit around me. I'm like, we're not okay. So I freaking staggered to my feet and I go to hobble to the back. Someone tried to get my attention. I feel really bad to this day because I fucking shoved them away from me.
Oh, shit.
Freaking, I went outside and I freaking just started yakking. Freaking, a few people were like, dude, you should really go to the hospital. I just wanted to go home. I wanted to freaking go to sleep. And freaking, first of all, thank whatever gods that be for Devin Moore.
Yes.
He's the guy who convinced me to freaking go to the hospital. Freaking.
Okay, I think I know which match you're leading on to now. You're talking about now.
He freaking, first of all, he came up, he's like, Stretch, I know you're not okay. Go to the hospital. I was like, alright. I go to the hospital. I'm lucky I did. Because it turned out I had a brain bleed, I had fractured my skull, and I had freaking blown my eardrum out. I had wondered why because there was blood coming out of my ear. I had blown my fucking eardrum out, which is what caused all the vertigo, which is why everything was kind of like...
Jesus Christ.
Shot of action for a couple months. But freaking, the few weeks were scary as hell, dude, because legit, I was laid up in the hospital and I could not, I couldn't walk and shit because of how bad the vertigo was, and it was affecting, like, my legs like that. Like, never experienced anything like that, and I wish it on nobody.
See, I'm a big fan of you because you get all them in the blood and the gruesomeness and everything, and I fucking love the action and I love what you can do, and I love the idea. So where'd the Shield idea come from?
The Shield?
Yeah.
So, freaking, I actually come from a long line of Viking. I've always loved shields, freaking, just in general, medieval weaponry as a whole. I'm a big fan of axes and stuff like that. So
I feel that.
We're just the best at what they did. And the shield wasn't just me translating that into the wrestling, but it was also a tribute to one Daniel Tiberius Horatio Haddock. One of my freaking favorite human beings.
Danny Havoc, yes sir. Danny motherfucking Havoc.
He freaking utilized the shield as a weapon. That was a little bit of my tribute to him. Freaking, I hope that I make him proud in my utilization of it.
I definitely say so far. You definitely have. You definitely have. And, you know, I gotta ask though, with us on this conversation, what would you say is your favorite Norse mythology? I guess you would say Norse, yeah. Book, video game, movie. Do you have one?
Like, what's more, like media and stuff like that?
Like God of War, Assassin's Creed.
So, oh man, I love all that that stuff, honestly. Like, I liked Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I liked the God of War Ragnarok games and stuff. Those were really
That's
cool.
what I'm playing right now, God of War Ragnarok.
I've done beat Ragnarok. That game goes cold as fuck. I love that game.
I liked the first one, though. That was good. I liked the cliffhanger, figuring that they left it on.
The 2018 version kind of crushed me, and I was like, I need more. And then when we finally got it, I was like, okay, this is good. And then they just left us on another cliffhanger, more or less. I read something earlier that was like, he's either going to go to Egypt or he's going to go back to ancient Greece. And I'm like, what the fuck's he going to do in Greece now? He's done slayed basically every god, if not all the gods. What's he going to do?
He could go to Japan.
He can go to Japan, Egypt. And then I seen this one person that said something about Christianity, and I'm like, oh, God, here we go.
There you go. He's going to come spawn.
He'll come spawn, go to hell, fight the armies and shit.
Right.
So,
I don't know how that shit goes, but freaking Spawn winds up fucking up both sides.
how was it winning the H2O King of the No Ring 2 and the ultra-violent H2O Kingdom 7?
First of all, honor and privilege to have even been a part of either of those tournaments and any of that freaking ultra-violent, super twisted shit. To fight my way through so many worthy competitors, so many people who knows how anything could have gone if I had faced any of those people in one-on-ones, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Freaking I was lucky enough to scratch, claw, kick, bite, and tear my way through every single one of them to come out on top of both of those tournaments. And I wear both of those victories, and I hold both of those titles with pride.
I understand that. Matter of fact,
Seeing how you have won the Ultimate Violent Kingdom and the No Ring, what is your next move for a tournament? What's your next big tournament you want to participate in, and why?
Well, I know that a company that I recently started working for, an IWA Vintage Pro, may or may not have a deathmatch tournament of sorts in the near future. And I may or may not just have my eyes on the prize. The Defects brand. They got the Win 13 tournament coming up, and there are some gorgeous names for that marquee.
I'm calling it right now. I'm saying it right now. I want Alex Stretch and Little Sicko.
I love his shit, and I would love to step in the ring with him.
That would be fucking amazing. Matter of fact, this shirt should look familiar.
You're on a blur. We're on a blur. Oh, there we go. Oh, hell yeah, man. I don't like your camera. Bring it back to you. Either way, I see it. There's the skull. Oh, wait, there we go. All right.
I'm gonna have to take his background photo off.
Dark Lotus, yes sir.
What if I can't take his background photo off?
That might be what's doing it.
I was gonna say it could be it.
I don't like this damn team shit.
I didn't know experience with any of this stuff, so I can't actually claim what sucks and or is good.
Man.
There you go.
Have you ever wrestled international, Alex?
Huh?
Have you ever wrestled internationally, like Japan, Australia, any of that?
No, I have not.
Where would you?
But now I can see it.
So where would you like to go if you ever wrestle international?
Shoot, I would like to go anywhere and everywhere, but if one of the places I really got my eye on, any man wants to go to Japan. I want to go to the UK. I really want to hit Scotland. Those guys like to hit hard, and I love to get hit hard.
Heck yeah. The boy, our boy Jack, he just won the Bleeding Gums tournament over there.
I'm sorry, brother. What did you say?
I said you was talking about Scotland, going over Scotland. I said our boy Jack just won the Bleeding Gums tournament over there they just had.
And that's actually who I was just talking about.
That'd be another good one.
Bleeding Gums. That's pretty good.
Where did the wicked idea for the mode cocktail that you used on Anthrax come from? In Tremont's Deathmatch Tournament 4.
Could you repeat the question, please?
Where did the wicked idea for the motive cocktail that you used on Anthrax come from in Tremont's Deathmatch Tournament 4?
The Molotov contraption. So that is actually my own twist on the one, the only, the legendary Terry Funk and his freaking flaming branding iron. So what I did was I took a branding iron, and you know myself being one of the fuck the motherfucking system nature. And I strapped that bitch to a motherfucking Molotov.
Hell yeah.
I fucking loved it.
Not for nothing. If I could actually perceive a way that wouldn't burn a building down, you better freaking believe I would weaponize a Molotov in a deathmatch.
Outside. So what?
Maybe.
So what's some promotions that you never worked for that you would like to?
Promotions that I have not worked for that I would love to work for?
Yes, sir.
Off the top of my head, we've got GCW. I think I got a little something that I could bring to their table.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
I also feel they bring a lot of the competition that I would love to get my hands on.
Heck yeah.
There is, of course, Big Japan.
Yeah, BJW.
Ooh.
I feel like I could do pretty well over there. I know Sakuda himself has a promotion over there, and I apologize to him. I can't remember the name of it.
And it
I would love to work for them.
and it died or something like that.
It died.
Yeah, DIE. Yeah.
But I would love to work with them.
CZW.
Uh,
CZW.
so I've actually worked for CZW before.
Oh yeah, you have.
One time. But I did work for CZW. And that's not to say that I wouldn't totally work for them again. But not for nothing. The Tournament of Death, the Cage of Death, those are two freaking legendary freaking matches. Freaking match/tournament. That they're part of the reasons that I got into deathmatch wrestling.
Nice. So yeah, that'd definitely be a story, and you know, it'd be good to put you over there. I'd like to see you in Carnage Cup too, sometime.
Oh, I can have to do that, man.
Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome as fuck. So, would you say Chondo is your biggest rival to date?
Compliment my style.
Do what?
He said it would compliment style.
Definitely. Kevin wouldn't give a shit. He'd let you do whatever. So, would you say Chondo is your biggest rival to date?
Could you repeat that, please? We are on a lag.
Would you say Chondo is your biggest rival to date?
Chondo?
Yes, he's your biggest rival to date.
He's saying, do you believe Chondo is your biggest rival to date?
Man, you're having so much easier time on your camera than he is right now. But honestly, at this point, I would be inclined to agree. That son of a bitch has put himself into damn near every scenario I have been involved in, and somehow managed to either screw me over, or in some rare friggin' occasions, actually help me come out on top. Sometimes to his own detriment.
Dude, you had a fucking.
Whether we're working together or against each other, I have nothing but respect for that asshole.
That's right. I'm still waiting to do his interview. I'm like, hey, when you want to do an interview? He's like, well, when do you want to? And I'm like, I got your questions. I can literally do them tomorrow or today. He's like, he says nothing. I'm like, okay, I'll just message you later. John Doe, I love John Doe. He's fucking funny as fuck. I grew up watching John Doe. I was like fucking. Well, when I first got married, I was watching John Doe, and I got married in like 2018. He's fucking crazy as fuck, though. So, what made you become a juggalo?
Made me become a
Juggalo.
Juggalo.
A juggalo?
Yeah, juggalo.
Yeah.
Juggalo? A whoopity whooper?
Yup. Woo.
The freaking when I was a kid, freaking whatchamacallit, I was one of those freaking, I guess you'd call me the oddball, that kid that the other kids tended to freaking stay away from and shit, because freaking, I don't know, whatever, freaking my friends weren't the popular crowd, whatever, fucking I lived that life, the fights, the
Some
fun.
was overrated.
Man, fuck high school.
Yeah.
Freaking, one day, freaking, I was hanging out with my freaking homie's brother. We were all hanging out with them. You know how that shit goes. And freaking, whatchamacallit, that motherfucker, I'll give him credit. He exposed me to the Great Malenko.
Oh.
What is a juggalo?
Oh, yes, sir.
But freaking that shit, fucking, it blew my fucking mind. It was so freaking, it was dark, it was crazy, it was freaking, it was just something different. I felt that energy. And freaking every single song, like it freaking, and he was explaining to us like the freaking mythology behind this shit. I'm like, dude, I feel that shit.
Fuck yeah.
Like, and freaking, so that was kind of like the beginning of my freaking, I guess my indoctrination as a young juggalo.
Yes, sir.
And it only freaking from there.
Seeing how you were juggalo, woo woo. Have you ever wrestled at the Gathering?
Actually, motherfuck, yeah, I have, bro.
There you
Freaking
go.
Yeah.
enough to have freaking won my way through the tryouts to wrestle in the freaking JCW.
Give me
Rumble.
1 second.
And it came down to the freaking final three, bro. Freaking, it was freaking, what's wrong? Me, Tarzan Duran. God damn it, the motherfucker who knocked us both the fuck out of the motherfucking ring, who I unfortunately never saw again after that freaking, after the Gathering. Freaking, but he was a real cool dude. But fuck him for knocking us out. I should have won that bitch. But that's alright, he got.
I told Moose, I said one of these days I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get to the Gathering just one time.
Greatest family reunion. I'm trying to get there this year.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your hobbies out of the ring?
Hobbies outside of the ring?
Yes, sir.
Well, I like juggaloing, freaking, catching any of the freaking shows that are nearby, and you better fucking believe I'm always willing to travel. That's the thing I don't understand about motherfuckers. Freaking, if you freaking love shit, fucking, it don't fucking matter. I guess it's also the wrestling traveler's mentality. Freaking, I'm not opposed to freaking going freaking 50, 60, 100 freaking miles to get to a destination for a couple hours to enjoy myself. But that shit's always special, man. Freaking.
Heck yeah.
Fucking. collecting music, video games, freaking comics. I'm a nerd, man.
I'm a nerd too. I do everything. I like comic books. I like video games.
What's your favorite
Watch a
video
few
game?
horror movies.
Nah, dude, I'm a freaking gore fiend.
Have you seen Terrifier 3 yet?
Dude, I saw that bitch in theaters.
There's a funny fucking story about that one, and I've told a lot of them this, a lot of workers this. So when I'm watching it, right, my little girl, when it first drops, you know, everybody sleeps in the house, and I live over here behind some train tracks in my old house. I'm watching this shit, and I'm like, I'm talking to Squirrel, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm getting ready to watch Terrifier 3." He's like, "You know, okay, let me know how it is." So the opening scene, you know, him with the goddamn fucking dry ice shit. I fucking grab my gun. I'll make sure it's loaded. I'm sitting there. I sent a picture to Squirrel. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing with your gun?" I'm like, "Well, you know where the fuck I live at." I'm like, "God damn, this motherfucker comes through this door, I'm gonna blow him to smithereens." He's like, "Cuz, it's an actor in makeup." I'm like, well, you know, we do have the Mexican railroad killer. And he's like, "Cuz, they killed him in 2006. I'm like, "What about his fucking son?" He's like, "You're paranoid." He's like, "You ain't watching this movie." I'm a big horror fiend, though. I don't really watch that many movies now. I mostly watch a lot of independent wrestling and play video games. Other than that, I'm taking care of my 2 kids or my grandfather. He just got out of a nursing home rehabilitation center, whatever the hell you want to call it. So, what's
I
your...
want to go to horror night at Universal Studios, bro.
That would be fun.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Freaking, I love doing theme parks and stuff like that. I like roller coasters a lot. Freaking.
Hey, I like roller coasters too. Hell yeah. Yes. And nobody in my family can ride roller coasters no more. My brother can't do it. It takes his breath. And my mama can't do it because she's a little bit older and it'll take her breath. My sister's too short and they'll let her on. My girl don't ride roller coasters. She's scared of heights.
I do. Me and Squirrel were the stunt devils. So what's your most favorite promo you have ever done, and who was it for?
What?
Who was your most favorite promo? What was your most favorite promo you've ever done, and who was it for?
That could be the worst question you've asked this entire time because freaking I have cut so many promos and I love a lot of them. Oh man.
I was like, I had to look. I was doing questions, and I was like, I know he loves to cut promos, and I'm like, there's so many good ones. I was like, maybe he has one that he cut. I'm like, oh fuck. So if you don't have one, that's okay. I understand.
I love all of my promos for their own individual reasons, but I will say this. Unfortunately, I can't reveal the promo because at this point I'm honestly not sure if the match ever will happen. But I do have a very special promo that I cut on someone that it meant a lot to me, and freaking, I really, really hope that I do get to share that someday in precedence
Yes.
of our match.
Y'all hear this? This man puts a lot of love into this, doesn't this?
It's going to happen one day.
So where do you see your career in 5 or 10 years from now?
10 years from now?
5 or 10 years from now, where do you see your career?
5 or 10 years from now? Well, hopefully by that point I will have been world traveled because that is one of my biggest goals is I want to see if I can actually hold my own, all right, against the people all over the world. Freaking these are the people that I pay attention to because some of their workers they go so much freaking harder and freaking faster and freaking and they run circles around a lot of the freaking big names
Yeah.
on our side of the globe. Freaking, and that is no disrespect to anybody, but freaking, that's a big one for me. I hope to have been able to say that I have worked in tournaments that I have won gold overseas.
Hell yes, I definitely gotta agree.
To compete against every competitor, or at least most of the competitors that freaking I've either idolized, that I have just seen as freaking people that I would just really love to work with, or freaking, just in general, desired opponents. I guess some of the goals are the basic bitch goals of a professional wrestler with a hint of being able to look back on it all and just smile. I feel like that's the ultimate goal.
Heck yeah.
So, is there anybody you would like to call out for a match? Is there anybody you would like to call out for a match?
Is there anybody that I would like to call out for a wrestling match?
Yes, sir.
There are actually several names that I would and I could. Okay? But there's one that should have happened on several occasions now that continues to elude me. And I just want to say that this challenge, this hey motherfucker, I never stop thinking about you, goes out to the White Rabbit.
I'm trying to think of who that would be.
Ooh. Alright, now I'm gonna let you guess for a second.
Is that Drew Blood? No, it ain't Drew Blood.
I'm calling out the fucking Duke! I want John Wayne.
I should have fucking knew that.
Death match. What kind? What stipulation? Where? When? I don't care. Somebody book it. I'll be there.
Oh, let's fucking go!
Oh, let's go. Hell yeah.
Let's fucking go. What do you think?
Really do that.
What do you think is your biggest accomplishment?
I believe that he hasn't forgotten.
Let's fucking go.
Yes.
What do you
Somebody
think?
needs to book it.
What do you think is your biggest accomplishment in wrestling so far?
Bro. Moose.
Yep.
Did you freeze up?
I can hear you.
Okay.
The
It
leg.
looked like
Am I lagging?
yeah. It was like you were lagging and you were scratching.
Dude, these were accumulated over years.
Yeah.
Shows
Hey,
when
are they all signed or are they signed?
a lot of them, all of us.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah, those are legit show posters.
Nice.
I could get one for every show that I've been on. I mean, some of them I grabbed in bulk just because they were all there.
Heck yeah.
I think he's coming back. I think we almost got him.
I'm trying to figure out how to bring this video up.
I hear you talking.
I can hear you. I don't see you. where I do my videos at, bro, is in the shed, bro. One of the walls is completely straight white. That's it. I was either gonna put posters on it or have everybody that comes in here to chill with me and smoke or whatever write their name on the wall with a marker.
Either of those are good.
Heck yeah.
I used to have freaking tapestries and freaking. I actually used to have a lot of cool ICP and freaking Twisted posters and shit, but freaking.
What the
I
fuck?
had a really bad flood back in the day in my old crib, and freaking I lost a lot of stuff, man.
Oh, sure, man. It sucks, man. I'm sorry.
Dude, it was freaking awful. In fact, it is. That's one of those. It is what it fucking is. Thanks, freaking. But
Yeah.
I built back a good bit of my old collection, but some of those posters, dude, freaking irreplaceable. Bullshit.
Oh, yeah. I had a poster like that my mama had bought me. And, it was Jordan. It was a picture of the last game he played when he wore number 23 before he retired the first time. And I had it laying on my bed, and my brother went to jump on my bed to play the game, and it was under the cover, and he broke
shit.
the glass. So I never even got to hang it up. I never got to hang it up on the wall or nothing. I was mad. I was like, fuck.
That sucks, man.
But so how long have you been PWA Deathmatch champion?
I have been PWA Deathmatch champion for well over a motherfucking year now.
Nice.
I fucking removed myself from the damn chat.
Just wait for a motherfucker to try and take it away from me.
Heck yeah. I seen that match you did at X-Brand where it was like a 3-way or 5-way, bro.
Hey, Squirrel,
That was pretty good.
add me back.
That was chaotic.
Hang on, cuz.
I fucking removed me out of this damn thing. I'm trying to fucking figure out how to get back on the call.
According to this, you're in the call, cuz.
I hear you talking.
Yeah, we can hear you talking.
I guess we ain't gonna have a picture though. So,
But this ain't got no picture.
what is a dream death match for you? What is a dream death match for you? I would love to see you in a no rope flaming barbed wire match.
So no rope barbed wire is actually my personal favorite stipulation.
Like no rope flaming, I meant.
I can tell you several dream opponents to be in that. Ooh, a flaming no rope barbed wire?
Yeah.
I'd be down to do it. I'd tell you ahead of time I'm gonna douse my hair.
Oh my fucking god. I fucking love foe.
But yeah, freaking. I actually had the honor and the privilege of doing one of my dream death matches. Again, this is a match that actually was one of my inspirations to become a deathmatch wrestler. The two dudes in this match were two of my inspirations to become a deathmatch wrestler. Freaking JC Bailey versus Madman Pondo. Freaking circus deathmatch.
Yes, that motherfucking match with. You got a crazy ass injury in the beginning of that match. Will you speak on that though?
Huh?
You got a crazy ass injury in the beginning of that match with you and Jondo.
Yeah.
Would you speak on it?
Yeah, so, to my detriment, I will throw myself at pretty much anything, and that's what happened when I lined that motherfucker up against the, we had tubes that were strapped to the, the, ring posts on the outside.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I fucked him up, worked him up against one, because I was going to leg Larry him into that bitch. And freaking, he moved. And freaking, when I hit the tubes,
Fucking sliced your leg.
Yes, they didn't have to be skinny too. However, they also were taped on the bottom. So when the freaking glass went up and in and along, so freaking it ripped me open.
Holy shit.
Turned me into a side of beef. So I hit the ground and I knew it got me. And I'm sitting there like, shit, is it like what freaking happened to freaking Mickey at freaking Angels of Death? And lo and behold, my shit was freaking hamburger meat.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking down, I'm seeing like that freaking dark fucking artery blood freaking pouring out and shit. I'm like, but it's not a lot. It's just dripping. I'm like, you know what? I'm not dying. If I'm not dying, I'm still fucking going. Let that fucking go for anything. Honestly, I don't know if even at that moment, if I saw that I was bleeding out, if I would have stopped anyway. Freaking, that was something I knew that freaking I may never get that moment again.
That's fucking
I wasn't
awesome.
letting myself down. I wasn't letting the fans down. I wasn't letting Chondo down. Because that was the dream match of his. Freaking.
That's fucking awesome.
I wasn't letting anyone down.
It's fucking awesome.
So, I climbed up. And I would gladly do that again and again and again. And I would love to run that match back because not for nothing, freaking, and yeah, I'll break kayfabe for a second, freaking, there was a lot more that was going to happen in between those dives and shit. And freaking, unfortunately, we kind of had to freaking skip around a little because we didn't know how bad I was.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. I went to the hospital, freaking, they had to give me those freaking fishhook looking stitches.
Ooh.
For the freaking...
Oh.
I should have kept the stitches.
Oh.
I kept the ones that were in my head up here. Yeah, freaking. So that's essentially what happened there.
Damn.
Okay. It was an awesome match. I loved it. I thought it was hell, bro.
I appreciate it, brother. Freaking. I said, would gladly do it again and again. Freaking.
I like to see you and Anthrax run it. Circus death match.
Me and friggin' Thrax in a circus death match. That would be fucking beautiful. Yes. Oh, shit.
So I've seen you do, and
Some of my favorite messages. Oh, what'd you say?
I've seen you do and take some crazy, wicked shit. Is there anything you won't do?
There anything that I won't? I'll have to get back to you on that because I can't really think of anything at the moment.
That's fucking crazy. So, back to the circus death match for a minute. What's it like being the second person to do the circus death match in America?
Again, the only words that actually come to mind are an honor and a privilege, a freaking a nostalgic feeling, and freaking honestly, to this day, I can even admit to it a feeling of imposter syndrome. Like I was freaking a little kid up there, freaking playing freaking Madman Pondo and JC Bailey. Like I was a little kid, freaking living out that freaking beautiful freaking moment. Like freaking, it was. Something that I will take to my grave with a smile.
Hell
I think
yes.
Heck yeah.
I really, 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 really hope
That
or
would be
two,
awesome.
or three.
Yeah.
But to answer your question from earlier, I feel like we did get a little off track. My dream death match is, well, unfortunately, that opponent, or I guess we didn't say opponent, did we? But I'll say it anyway, is just outside my reach now. But we're all going to get to watch him one more time doing my favorite death match. And my favorite death match that I got to watch him do, well, never live, but as a little kid. And we're going to get to see him do it one more time with Joey Janela.
Aye. Sabu. Yes, sir.
You will about that man. He's the motherfucking goat in my eyes.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
sir.
Sabu is crazy. Man, I remember him in, back in TNA, him and, who was it? Him and, Abyss, bro. We did that, Monster Ball match. Oh, that shit crazy.
So good. All of them they had.
Oh, it was crazy, bro.
Would
Sabu was one of a kind, bro. They will never have a motherfucker like Sabu, bro.
Nope.
You can give them the name Sabu, but they're not gonna be Sabu.
no, they're not gonna be no more homicidal genocidal. So would you say it hurts worse getting tossed into barbed wire, or does it hurt worse getting dropped into it, like from a distance, like when you was in the circus death match? Which one hurts worse?
Like, so you mean like getting slammed on it directly, or
Yeah.
like falling onto it from a distance?
Like more or less getting slung into it, like power slammed or something into it, or get falling from like a distance.
So I gotta say, falling in it. So this is unfortunately like it's a weird question for me because friggin' here's a little confession for your interview. I do in fact have very sadomasochistic tendencies, and I love that feeling. So in a matter of like what hurts more, or freaking what has that best burn,
Yeah.
we'll go with that. And that would be my best way of describing it to you. That best feeling, that. And I would have to say falling into it, because when you get whipped into it, it's almost always the same thing.
Yeah.
And freaking, you're getting a few strands here and there. Anytime I've fallen into the wire, it's always been a large amount.
Yeah.
So whether it was cross applesauce, like a death net, or just a big old bush of the stuff, freaking that feeling of freaking falling from whether we're on the top rope or a freaking scaffold, or I'm getting body slammed onto it, freaking that is one of the most entertaining feelings in the world.
So I take it you enjoy pain.
Very much so.
I kind of figured that.
Pain let you know you're live, bro. That's the way I see it. Pain let you know you ain't a robot.
So which was worse for you, the shark teeth bat or the slop chop from ICW 69?
So they both sucked, but I guess in the grand scheme of things, the freaking shark tooth bat legit left me with like lesions inside me, holes.
The
Freaking, that
fucking
was really
shark
fucking
teeth.
cool in my eyes. So freaking, I'm gonna give it to the shark tooth bat on that one. But the slap chop, that freaking bush will go. That had my freaking arm gushing, so that was pretty cool too. That was the first step, the first for both of those.
I used to be against the gussets, but now I think I'm gonna lean towards the shark teeth bat because, oh my fucking god, those are nasty. Like, I love the pain, but god, the good, oh my god. So, who gave you a run for your money?
I people up.
They do. They do. I mean, Harzar's one of them. They fucking tore through his back.
I saw that. Freaking, I saw the freaking aftermath pictures. He was like freaking he was a little waterfall.
And there was another one, wasn't there, Squirrel?
Hmm?
Wasn't there somebody else that got attacked by a shark tooth bat?
Who else?
I think it was across their stomach.
Brad Cash, when he used to run in Mid South, he used to use a shark teeth bat a lot.
That was Harzar he used it on. I thought somebody took it across their stomach, though.
Australia.
You know, there's we'll call it Joel Bateman's company. There's another one I would really, really, really love to work for.
Oh, Joe Bateman's fucking awesome.
He's one of the greatest.
I love Bateman.
Greatest, baby.
And deathmatch wrestlers. Then I have.
Is there anything you would like to plug? Upcoming shows, promos, links, social media, etc.
Oh. As far as social medias go, I say feel free to follow me on any of mine, which I have, Facebook, Alex Stretch, in Instagram, Alex Stretch20, get it? And then I'm on the Twatter, or whatever you want to call it. The name of We Are Stretch. There's like underscores in there. And as far as shows and social medias go, I say pay close attention to the IWA Vintage socials that have recently popped up both on Facebook, Instagram, and I believe once again on the Twitter. Because there are going to be shows, events, and all sorts of rolling in.
Aye.
And also pay close attention to Painted Red Productions, as they have a show coming up that yours truly is going to be reappearing for their company. Yes, words are hard. But I'm very, 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 very stoked for that because I happen to know who my opponent is going to be, and I'm not going to divulge that information. You are just going to have to tune in to find out.
Ooh.
Oceans, not productions. Sorry about that, guys.
So, what was your rematch with Drew Blood?
Oh, man. That was an absolute ball. Freaking, not for nothing, a brief summary of my history with Drew Blood.
What happened?